We are back live here at Oakhurst Park, getting set for the second of our doubleheader action today. Hawks win the first one 7-4. Scotties trying to seek some revenge in the second ball game. They will send Megan Coggins, the first-year player, to the mound to start this second contest. And she will be going up against Caitlin Holcomb, the pitcher for the Hawks of Huntingdon College, to start this second ball game. Stefankowitz stepping in now to get things going in this second contest. We'll get you set with the teams and the player personnel on the field as play continues to elapse. That's Coggins with the first pitch for a strike on Stefankowitz. She leads off for the Hawks. She'll be followed by Bauer, then Treadway in the lineup. Then New Straighton, Vaughn, and Nolan, followed by Lewis, Sperlin, and Murphy. Foul tip at the plate, strike two on Stefankowitz. Stefankowitz will be the designated player in this ball game. For the Scotties, Coggins is on the mound. Left to right in the infield at third base is Michaela Daly. Shortstop Colleen Thorson. Second base Emma Thomas starting in this second ball game. And Janie Howington back at first base in the infield for the Scotties. Coggins on the mound. Kylie Thomas, the first-year player behind the plate. In the outfield from left to right, it'll be Presley Hicks, Kat Fernandez in center, and Kristen Gilbert starting in right field in game number 2 for Coach Kerry Busby and the Scotties. 1-2 pitch. Megan with the pitch. This one swatted on to shortstop. Thorson fields, fires across the diamond, and gets Stefankowitz for out number 1. Good footwork by Thorson at shortstop to retire Stefankowitz. Emma Bauer, left fielder, batting in the second position. She's at the plate now. She'll be followed by Miranda Treadway, the catcher. Bauer takes the first pitch for a strike. Bauer 0 of 3 in the first ball game. Coggins, 14th appearance on the season for her, 6th start. This one looped out to Thomas, diving, grabs it, and makes the play at first base. Bobbling on the top of her glove there. The umpire had ruled that it was not a catch, so Emma, the wise senior, able to continue with that play and make the throw over the first for out number 2. So Treadway to the plate now. Miranda 2 of 4 in the first ball game for the Hawks. Hawks came from behind to win the ball game. Led 1-0 at the end of the first inning. Then the Scotties got 4 in the third to lead it to 4-1. Then the Hawks got 5 in the fifth to reclaim the lead, and they attacked on another in the seventh to win it 7-4. No balls, 2 strikes on Miranda Treadway, the catcher for the Hawks in game number 2. She caught the first one as well. Coggins with the pitch. Inside corner, got the plate for the call. Glad you could join us for our continuing coverage of Scotties softball on the Scotties Sports Network. Charles Ward here with the play-by-play story, joined by producer-director W.A.N.E. Walker and Robert Vogel, to my right, official scorekeeper. Line ball, foul, left side. So Treadway, the freshman from Destin, Florida, still in the box. Just underway in our second ball game. Another foul ball by Treadway. New Stratton on deck for the Hawks. That one low and in the dirt, blocked by Thomas. Nobody on though. Count goes to 2-2. Lennox Hawk is calling the balls and strikes. They rotate around in terms of positioning on the field. On a 3-2 pitch, that's another foul ball. Count was actually 3-2 prior to that. It remains that way as Treadway fouls one off down the left field line. So Hogg will be behind the plate. Tom Lump moves over to the third base line, and Dwight Taylor over to the first base line. Three-two pitch. This one right by Daly into left field. Fair ball. Digging in for second is Treadway. And Thomas trying to put the tag on her, but late, and Treadway is in with a double. So Treadway with a hard shot just inside the bag at third base. Daly never had a chance to get over there. So she doubles, and Treadway is aboard, and that brings on New Stratton. New Stratton, one hit in the first ball game, 1 of 3 from the plate. At the knees, but low. Coggins given up 83 hits on the season, 14 base on balls, 15 strikeouts, and that ball just off the plate for 2 balls, no strikes. Two down, top of the first. Out to center field, dying is that ball, and it'll bounce right in front of Fernandez. Headed to second with a throw now. They got a tag on New Stratton, and she's out at second base. One run will score for the Hawks as she crossed the plate before the out at second base. So New Stratton trying to stretch a single into a double. She gets picked off at second base to end the top half of the first inning. Hawks get a run. They lead at 1-0. Scotties coming to the plate. It'll be Thorson, Thomas, and Daly, the first 3 for the Scotties. There you go into the bottom of the first inning. 1-0 lead for the Hawks of Huntingdon. Scotties coming to the plate. It'll be Colleen Thorson, the shortstop, batting first. Kylie Thomas behind the plate in ball game 2, batting second. Michaela Daly at third. She will be batting third in the lineup. First pitch to Thorson inside for a ball. Kaylee Fitzgerald will be the designated player in this ball game. She'll bat fourth. Kat Fernandez in center field. She will bat fifth. Janie Howington at third. She bats sixth. Presley Hicks out in left field. She'll bat seventh. Emma Thomas at second. She'll bat eighth. And Kirsten Gilbert will bat in the ninth spot. She's out in right field. So it's Thorson, Thomas, Daly, Fitzgerald, Fernandez, Howington, Hicks, Thomas, and Gilbert. Batting lineup for the Scotties. 1-1 count. Thorson trying to bunt her on. This one's a foul ball. She'll come back to the plate with a 1-2. In the field for the Hawks. On the mound is Kaylee Holcomb. Miranda Treadway behind the plate. At third is Anna Nolan. Shortstop is Emily New Stratton. At second base is Anna Vaughn. And at first base, Bailey Murphy on the infield for the Hawks. Emma Bauer in left. Emma Sperlin in center, and Lydia Lewis in right field for the Huntingdon Hawks. That pitch is low, so the count now at 2-2. against Colleen Thorson. Thorson 1 of 4 in the first ball game. Scotty's left 4 on base in game 1. Ball on the inside, so Colleen has taken it to a full count, 3-2. Crimson Well, the winning pitcher in game 1. So she stretched her record to 9-3 as Thorson fouls off another one at the plate. Count full. Holcomb 8-2 on the season for the Hawks on the mound. This is her 16th appearance. She started in 13 ball games, including this one. Has 2 shutouts to her credit. This one lifted into left field for the base hit. Nice job there, Colleen Thorson leading off for the Scotties. Gets on. Did that in the first ball game as well. Led off with a single in game 1.
Here's the catcher, number 20, Kylie.
So Kylie Thomas now behind the plate for game 2. Kylie 1 of 4 in the first ball game. Takes the first pitch on the inside corner for a strike from Holcomb. Holcomb with an ERA of 2.80 coming into the ball games, over 70 innings pitched. Has given up 78 hits now on the season, including the one there by Colleen. 24 strikeouts, 9 base on balls. That one a bit off the plate outside, so the count to 1-1. She's a junior from Kimberly, Alabama. Megan Coggins, her counterpart on the mound, first-year player from Social Circle, Georgia. And Kylie Thomas in the box, a first-year player from Clarksville, Georgia, for the Scotties. 1-1 pitch. Inside, got the corner of the plate. Thomas turning that shoulder out with the late break on the softball across the plate for the call. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Holcomb, this one, fly ball to the second baseman. They throw it over to first base and they double her off. Thorson got picked off at first base trying to get back on a little loop fly to second base. No real question about a line drive on that one. Thorson just not aware of that situation, just did not get back in time enough. So she is picked off, doubled off at first base. So the little Popeye fly to second base results in 2 outs. Daly in the box now. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Saw that in the first game as well. Colleen down at second base on a line drive that was hit to the third base side, or a ground ball that was hit there, and she was too far off the bag, and they were able to pick her off at second base. First-year player, learning the speed of college softball. 1 ball, no strikes to the senior, Michaela Daly. That one at the knees, called strike. Two down here at the bottom of the first. Hawks got 1 in the first frame. This one ripped out the left field, dying right into the hands of Emma Bauer, though. She barely had to move. Hard hit ball by Michaela Daly, but she comes up empty as Bauer tracking it right in her steps for out number 3. So the Scotties not able to push a run across. Thorson got aboard, but she got picked off at second base. So at the end of 1, it's a 1-0 lead for the Hawks of Huntingdon. Vaughn, Nolan, and Lewis headed to the plate for the Hawks to start the second. 1-0 lead for the Hawks as we go into the top of the second inning. Indiana Vaughn, second baseman. Annie Nolan, third baseman. And then Lydia Lewis, right fielder. In that order to start the top of the second. Coggins in the circle. Ames fires, changeup across for the strike. Good pitch from Megan to start the sequence. This one up the middle. Thorson knocked it down. Thomas picked it up but laid on the throw to first. Emma had a shot at it as Thorson dove, knocked it over toward her at second base. Emma trying to get it over at first, but the throw just late. That'll go down as a base hit for Vaughn up the middle. So she's aboard. Nolan, third baseman, at the plate now. Nolan had a loose ball there behind the plate, trying to run it down was Thomas. And down to second base goes to Vaughn. So Vaughn down at second on pass ball. That's a strike thrown in there by Coggins. One-on-one. 1-1 is the count on Nolan. Now she squares the bunt and bunts it foul. Trying to bunt it down that third base line. See if she can't push Vaughn over to third base. Bailey at third will be charging on the bunt. It'd be up to Thorson to try to get back over there to cover at third base. One-two pitch, bunted it foul, and she is retired. So one down in the top of the second. And Lydia Lewis, the right fielder, steps in. Lewis 3 of 3 in game one. She tries to square it down, left it in the box for a foul ball. The last ball, couple of ball games, we've been contrasting player style inside the batter's box. Made notation in the last couple ball games that players have been stepping up near the front of the plate. But Lewis really kind of the opposite of that. See, as she steps in, her back foot is planted almost at the very back of the box. Bunts it, knocks it dead in its tracks right there at home plate. She's out at first, but the perfect bunt pushes Vaughn over to third base. She hit it with the bat. It went right down to the ground, sat right there, didn't move an inch. Just in the field of play. So she's retired, but Vaughn 60 feet closer now as a result. Ball in the dirt, dug out by Thomas as Emma Sperlin, the center fielder, is in the box, takes the first pitch for a ball. Two down. Coggins with the pitch. This one lifted into left field. Gilbert giving chase, runs in and makes the grab on the run for out number 3. Kristen Gilbert tracking that softball, makes the catch, and the Hawks are retired here in the top of the second. 1-0, they lead it. Scotty's coming back to the plate. They'll send up Fitzgerald, Fernandez, and Howington to start the bottom of the second. Start to the bottom of the second. Kaylee Fitzgerald, designated player of this ball game. She's in the box. Takes the first pitch for a strike. One nothing lead for the Hawks. They won game 1, 7-4. Fitzgerald in game 1, 2 of 3. Looks at one off the plate for a 1-1 count. Holcomb, the junior, readies and fires. Fitzgerald late on the swing, lines it out to the first baseman, Bailey Murphy, for out number 1. So Fitzgerald retired.
Now the center fielder, number 10, Cat Fernandez.
And that'll bring on the center fielder, junior Cat Fernandez from Humboldt, Texas. Fernandez 1 of 3 in game 1. Holcomb with the pitch. Fernandez, good cut on that one, fouled it back. Wind has died here at Oakhurst Park, at least momentarily. Change of pace, good pitch there from Holcomb over with the curveball for a strike. So Fernandez quickly behind in the count, 0-2. Delivery. Ball 1. One-two pitch. That one's high in the zone for 2-2 count. Fernandez leads the Scotties in total bases with 32, also in runs total at 16. Coming into today's action. 2-2 pitch for Fernandez. Swung on, fouled out of play. Fernandez, a biology major here at Agnes Scott College. Two, that one's off the plate. And the counts run full now to 3-2. Three-two pitch to swung on and missed by Fernandez. She wishes she had that one back. Right in her wheelhouse, she just missed on it. So Fernandez retired, and Janie Howington, the first baseman for the Scotties, steps in the box. 2 down, bottom of the second, 1-0 lead for Huntingdon College. Howington takes one off the plate for ball 1. That one across from Holcomb, make it 1-1 now. The outfielder's playing a little bit shallow here, except for the left fielder Bauer. Change of pace on the pitch, off the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Janie in game 1 got that base hit that drove in a couple of runs. Howington late on the swing, but able to foul tip it out of play at 2-2 now. Agnes Scott finale doubleheader next weekend to end the season. It'll be senior day here at Oakhurst Park. Howington pop up left side. They give chase, and running it down is the left fielder Emma Bauer, just behind third base. Nice hustling catch by her to retire Janie Howington and the Scotties in the bottom of the second. So we head to the third with the Hawks leading at 1-0. They'll send Bailey to the plate and back to the top of their order with Stefankowitz and Bauer. Pushing our way into the third inning now, top of the third. Hawks with a 1-0 lead. They'll send up first baseman Bailey Murphy, then back to the top of the order with Brooks Stefankowitz, Emma Bauer. Murphy 1 of 3 in game 1. Had 2 RBI in that ball game. Swings one to the third baseman. Bailey up with it and fires across the diamond. Nice work by her to retire Murphy. So the ground ball to Daly at third. And that's out number 1 for the Scotties here in the top of the third. Stefankowitz grounded out to the shortstop. First time up. Bunt here to Daly. Daly scoops, fires. Thomas covering. Nicely done by the Scotties. Great execution there. Daly on the pickup and throw. Thomas with the cover at first base.
Left fielder number 28, Emma Bauer.
There's a chopper down the line. Howington can't handle it, but there's Thomas to scoop it up, following on the play, and take it over to first herself for the out. So good work defensively by Agnes Scott that trip on the field. So that'll go down as a 4 unassisted, or actually a 3-4 put out, as Thomas able to pick that deflected softball up and run to the bag for the out. So they retire the Hawks, top of the third, and the Scotties getting set to come back to the plate with Hicks, Emma Thomas, and Kirsten Gilbert. Go to the bottom of the third. 1-0 lead for Huntingdon College. Presley Hicks, left fielder, set to step into the box for Agnes Scott. Presley, 2 of 3 in game 1. She is really coming around at the plate for Agnes Scott. First-year player, going to be a gem here for quite a while. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Hicks from Alto, Georgia. Takes that pitch for a strike, even at 1-1. Holcomb readies. Hicks watches that one in the dirt. Spits on that one for a 2-1 count now. Watches the pitch hit the outside corner. Late call from Lennox Hawk. Count to 2-2. Swing and a miss by Hicks. So she's retired to start the bottom of the third.
The second baseman, number 5, Emma Thomas.
So Thomas, with that fine gem in the field, comes to the plate, following behind Howington, who bobbled it momentarily at first. Emma able to pick it up and win the foot race to first. Emma did not play in game 1, so her first bat of the afternoon. Took the first pitch for a strike. That one in the same location. So 0-2 now. Holcomb ahead in the count. 0-2 pitch. Off the plate. A little flare out towards center field, with backpedaling is New Stratton from the shortstop position to make the catch. So Emma Thomas retired. And Kristen Gilbert. She will step in the box. Kristen set out a good portion of the first half of the season, but back in action now for the Scotties. Gilbert, sophomore from Macon, Georgia, a neuroscience major here at Agnes Scott. He watches the first pitch low for ball 1. Batting .346. It's only her 11th game. This one bounced right back to the mound, fielded by Holcomb, and they get Gilbert at first. So the Scotties go 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the third, and we push on to the top of the fourth. And coming up for the Hawks, it'll be Treadway, New Stratton, and Vaughn, the 3 for Huntingdon. They lead at 1-0. Top of the fourth. Hawks with a 1-0 lead. Miranda Treadway, the catcher, set the lead off the inning from there for them, followed by Emily New Stratton and Anna Vaughn. Megan Coggins on the mound for the Scotties. First pitch swung on, fouled off by Treadway. Treadway 2 of 4 in game 1. Caught that game as well. This one through the hole left side and a base hit for Treadway. Right under the glove of Daly, who had raged to her left. So Treadway is aboard for the Hawks.
The shortstop, number 4, Emily Newstaton.
So Treadway on. New Stratton into the box now for the Hawks. New Stratton. Wild pitch will send Treadway down to second base. New Stratton doubled in the first inning for the Hawks. That double drove in Treadway, who doubled prior to her. So Treadway down at second. New Stratton attempts to bunt, waves it off. It's a ball. Two balls, no strikes. Strikes to the shortstop. Coggins with the pitch. This one bunted by New Stratton. Fielded by Coggins. Thomas covers it first for out number 1. But Treadway moved over to third after the sacrifice by New Stratton.
The second baseman, number 24, Anna Vaughn.
So the wild pitch got Treadway down to second. And the sacrifice, fielder's choice by New Stratton, gets her at third. With Vaughn coming to the plate, she singled in the second inning. So the Hawks trying to manufacture a run here in the top of the 4th. Chopper back to Thorson at short. She'll go to first, her only play there. They'll retire Vaughn at first, but Treadway crosses the plate for run number 2 for the Hawks.
Third baseman, number 34, Annie Nolan.
2-0 lead now for the Hawks as Annie Nolan, the third baseman, steps in to bat. Nolan struck out in the second. She's hit by a pitch here, and she will take the walk down to first base. So she's aboard.
The right fielder, number 9, Lydia Lewis.
And Coggins, with only her second hit batsman during the course of the year, gives that pass out to Nolan as Lewis steps in, the right fielder. Swinging and got it past Howington. Foot race again. This time it's Thomas trying to beat Lewis to the bag, not able to do it. Howington having to play up tight for the bunt. The softball scooted past her. Emma got over there, fielded it, but just not able to get there quick enough to beat the runner Lewis to the bag.
The center fielder, number 1, Emma Sperling.
So Nolan meanwhile goes down to second, and Lewis on the swinging hit is aboard at first. 2 down. And Emma Sperling, the center fielder, climbs in the box. Sperling, left center field, Upson back up actually behind second base as Thorson there to circle it for the out. So that'll retire the side for the Hawks here in the top of the 4th. They pitch a run across to lead it now 2-0. And the Scotties set to come to the plate. And they will go back at the top of the order with Thorson, Thomas, and Daly, the lead 3 for Coach Busby. Head to the bottom of the 4th. Shortstop Colleen Thorson This may be out to retire the Hawks at the end of their top half of the fourth. She'll step in. Thorson got on in the first inning with a base hit. Then she got picked off down at second base between second and third on a base running error. First pitch from Holkins, cross for a strike. Actually, she got picked off at first base in this ball game. Got picked off at second base during the first of our doubleheader. Holcomb misses on the outside. It's the count 1-1 now. One pitch coming from Holcomb. Swung on, lifted into right field, just behind first base. There to make the catch is Lydia Lewis for the Hawks. So Thorson retired to start the bottom of the fourth. So Thomas on now. Popped out to the second baseman in the first inning. Back up on the field of play and bounces out of bounds for foul ball. Now, when just in front of us, the monitor blocking it, it was actually a foul ball all the way, hit in foul territory. So Thomas back into the box. 0-1 count. Swung on. That one's a base hit. Maybe if she doesn't hurry down the line. And no, she got there in time. She got it past the first baseman, Murphy, down into right field. But Lewis playing kind of shallow there. Had to play out of the cut of the grass. And a possible throw at first base. But Thomas able to get to the bag before the throw. So she's aboard with a single. So Michaela Daly, playing third base in this ball game, steps into the box, one out with a runner on. Change up, good pitch there from Holcomb. Found the inside corner with the curve. One off the plate. They went with the fastball, backing up the curve, but that one missed on the outside. Count at 1-1 on Daly. Bouncer to his third baseman. One at second, over to first, and he almost turned the double play. Murphy not able to hang on to the ball at first base. Sharply hit ball to the third baseman, Nolan, who got it over to Vaughn, who was covering, turned on the throw.
Now the DP.
And Murphy just not able to hold on. So Daly at first. As Thomas is erased at second base. And Kaylee Fitzgerald steps in. Fitzgerald lined out to the first baseman, her first trip up. Michaela Daly at first. Fitzgerald trying to move her along. Fitzgerald a bit late on that swing. Squibs it off the end of the bat. One ball, two strikes to the senior. Fitzgerald, Emma Thomas, Sarah Fox, who was injured early this season, Michaela Daly, and Janie Howington, the seniors for the Scotties. That one off the plate. count even at 2-2. They'll all be recognized next weekend in between games of the doubleheader with the Panthers of LaGrange College on Senior Day. Live at Oakhurst Park. First ball game starts at 12. Hope you'll make your plans to join us here. This one popped up on the infield to the shortstop, New Stratton, to end the inning.
2-0 remains our run score.
So we go to the top of the 5th now. Scotty's put another runner on, but not able to move her around, so they still trail at 2-0. We go to the top of the 5th with Murphy due up for the Hawks, along with Stefanowicz and Bauer.
And 2 p.m. here at Oakhurst Park.
Top of the 5th inning we go. Brooks Stefanowicz. Oh, correction, it's Bailey Murphy starting off the top of the 5th. Then Stefanowicz and Sperlin, the 3 for Coach Kreitzberg and the Hawks. Murphy grounded out to third, first time up, or the last time. In the bottom and top of the 3rd inning. Takes the first pitch for a ball here at the top of the 6th. Coggins with the pitch. This one back to Coggins at the mound. Easy play over to Howington. 2 pitches, 1 down.
The DP 00, Brooks Stefanowicz.
Brooks Stefanowicz back in the box now for the Hawks. Grounded out to Daly at third with Thomas covering at first base in the 3rd inning. Coach Kreitzberg looks like she's going to make a change here. It'll be Alexis Morris, the freshman, will be batting instead of Stefanowicz here in the lineup. Morris, the freshman from Cape Coral, Florida. 3 of 15 batting for the Hawks.
Now pitching for Huntingdon College, number 8, Alexis Morris.
So Morris will step in. He's got 4 RBI on the season. Pitch from Coggins. Nice pitch from Megan to start the sequence against Morris. Strike. Coggins right now with 18 pitches, 10 of those strikes. There's another one delivered there to Morris. And Megan quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. 1 down here, top of the 5th inning. Good solid game by Coggins thus far. Change of pace on that pitch, a little pop there to Thorson at short. She'll squeeze that for out number 2.
The left fielder, number 28, Emma Bauer.
So 2 down here at the top of the 5th. The sophomore Bauer back into the box. Megan Coggins set to meet her. First pitch low. Hawks got one in the first and one in the last inning for the 2-0 lead. Strike on the inside corner from Coggins. Megan with her 14th appearance on the season. 33 innings of pitching prior to the start of this ball game. That one in a little tight as Bauer took it for ball 2. Two-one pitch, 2 out. This one, Howington squeezes it. Got to flip it back to Thomas, who was covering. Boy, nice defensive work there by the Scotties. Janie doing exactly what she needed to do. Fielded the softball, knew that Thomas was there, and they flipped it right back behind her back to her for out number 3. So the Hawks come away with nothing here in the top of the 5th. Scotties coming to the plate. We get set to go to the bottom of the 5th. Scotties trailing 2-0. They will send up Kat Fernandez, Janie Howington, and Presley Hicks, the top 3 for the Scotties in the bottom of the 5th. Fernandez without swinging last time at the plate. Trying to catch up with it on a 3-2 count. Missed on the swing for the strikeout. Behind here, 0-1. Holcomb set. Fernandez watches that one on the inside and takes it for ball 1. One pitch. And good change of pace there by Holcomb. Fernandez way out in front of that pitch. One and 2. Good pitch. Pass one by Holcomb. We go back to the same one. Pop up on the infield. Bailey Murphy in foul territory. Squeezes it for out number 1. Just outside the bag at first base. Murphy with the catch. So Fernandez is retired in the bottom of the 5th. And that brings up first baseman Janie Howington. Good defensive play by her in the top half of this inning with the flip over to Thomas to end the Hawks top of the 5th. Janie takes the first pitch for a strike. That one over but low. Count at 1-1. Pop up on the infield. Called by Nolan at third base, and she grabs it for out number 2.
The left fielder, number 18, Presley Hicks.
Hicks in the box for the Scotties. 2 down here, bottom of the 5th. Hicks running bunt, missed on the pitch. Takes that for a strike. One-two pitch. Just off the plate at 2-2. Good patient look there by Presley Hicks. 2-2 on its way from Holcomb. Fouled off by the first-year player, Presley Hicks. Another 2-2. Got one off the plate, and the count run to 3-2 now. Full count, 3-2. Holcomb delivers. Swung on and missed by Presley Hicks. So the Scotties come up empty at the bottom of the 5th inning. Score 2-0. Hawks coming to the plate.